Hello, I'm going to recap Person of Interest, Season 4, Episode 3, called Wingman. Wingman refers to the number that they had this week. Yes, the team is back together, and they are all meeting in their new secret hideout in the underground train station that Harold has configured, Wi-Fi networks and everything, and lights and electricity, so that they can have their little space. Bear likes it down there, although he, eats rats. Unfortunately, other aspects of their adjusting to their new identities isn't so easy. For example, they do not have the finances that they used to have. They do not have extra funds in Harold's bank account. They're having to settle for their cover identity salaries, which are, cop, professor, makeup counter artist, and they all pay crap. So they got a problem with that. Resse is also having trouble in his new identity because he actually is on a team. He's a police officer, which means he has to be careful and he has to follow regulations and he can't shoot people in public in the kneecaps anymore. So he's got this chief, this captain who's, really hard on regulations, and Fusco is all compliant, and so, his partner's the one who's actually got to make a change here. But Resse, he puts his charm on and he gives her a pocketbook and he notes her tobacco patches, and, he kind of butters her up by doing good work. So he's kind of got a hold on this chick, and it may come in handy later. While he's following protocol, Shaw is checking up on the new number, who is being spied on by an undercover Fusco. So our new number is a professional wingman. So Fusco pretends to be a guy who needs help with women, which, let's be honest, he kinda does. He's kinda got that personality that most women find, abhorrent. So he, takes him shopping, tells him to smile and be more polite, and to be more optimistic, and all these things, to impress women, to make an effort. Fusco's kind of picking up on him, like he's got a past and he wants to run away from it, and so that kind of gives him some hints as to what's going on. Meanwhile, Shaw is doing some background research and she finds out that he's actually, was a partner in this illegal thing, and this guy's turned it dirty. And these are the guys that are after him. It's not really that important, but, it gets interesting for the characters, and it gives them something to, it gives them something tangible to relate to. So while they're doing that, Harold is off with Root, because she comes by and she says, "The machine has a mission for us. She can't talk to me as well as she used to now that Samaritan's up, but she still knows you and she still needs your help." And so what the machine has them do is she gives Harold this, alternative identity, a veteran, or, an ex-military guy named Grills, and he's like a feared guy. And it's really funny because Harold, assumes this identity on the spot, and then suddenly he's, extremely stoic, and he's like, "That's none of your concern, and I only have two modes, calm and ferocious, and you don't want to see the latter." And Michael Emerson's, pretty good at that. So it's kind of crazy to see, Harold Finch act like this big tough guy. But eventually he can't do it, because what they're doing is they're making illegal deals, and they got this giant missile, and they're selling it to some mob members. And the machine, I guess, knows that Harold will never do that, and so when he backs out on the deal, Root shoots them in the kneecaps, they get arrested, and then Harold and Root are free to take their stash. So they take all of their resources and all of their weapons and all of their cash, which is really what they need. They got a bag full of money, so that's going to be their finances now. The machine actually fixed their finance problem for them because she couldn't get it through their identities, and so she figured out another way. And Harold's pretty impressed, And they got some sort of normalcy balancing their new lives while now they have the new resources. So we got a little routine coming back. We'll probably get more steady episodes with the season. Hopefully not too steady. We like the drama in Person of Interest. So we'll see you next week.